Hello watchers and welcome to Disney Dollhouse issue 66. So as always, let's have a flick through the magazine. So in this issue we've got some more wallpapering to do and a new wall. This is the wall that will be going over Alice's kitchen. And a figure as well. So the assembly instructions as usual, the usual thing. They do want you to glue the walls into place this issue. However, I don't have issue 65 or 64, so I won't be doing that because I've got some walls missing. Hatchet have been a little bit missing with the subscription. Like they'll send me 4 issues, but they'll be like issue numbers missing. But they'll still send me 4 issues, so it's just weird how they've been doing it. But obviously those other issues are on back order, so I will get them eventually. So then more assembly instructions, making sure that your wires are flat before you glue in your walls, if you are going to do that this issue. And then more of that, just making sure everything's glued correctly. And then what we'll be doing with Belle's figure. And then the magic of Disney, all about, well, introducing Belle. But I don't think she really needs an introduction at this stage in life. And then the usual blurb on the back, as well as what is coming in issue 67, which was a dividing wall, like the ones below there. And then some more of Donald Duck's decorations, which I always love to see because they've gone all out with Donald's room. So let's get on with the wallpapering. So in this issue we've got this wonderful wallpaper, which has got, it's for Cinderella's room, and it's got Cinderella's castle with flowers as a border, and then of course the clock at midnight. I just think this is really nicely detailed for Cinderella. Now these colours are not what I would have picked for Cinderella. I would have picked a more blue tone. And I wouldn't have picked roses as well, because to me roses are for Beauty and the Beast, but nevertheless it's still really a lovely wallpaper. And then the wallpaper plane is number 9. Which is going to sit that way above Alice's kitchen, which I'll show you in a moment. But let's just get on with the wallpapering. So for this one, it's fairly straightforward. They want you to line the top of the wallpaper up to these lines. There's one on each end there, and then line it up to the edge like so. And then we'll be cutting obviously the window plane out as well. So let's do that. And I like to flip mine over and flatten it down when there's a window pane, because then that way you're not going to press too hard in the area that's going to make it bubble. So that's my tip is flip it over and flatten it down. So then they just want you to cut the actual window out, which we've done many times so far. But it's quite a large window on this piece. Very large indeed. And then just pop that aside, and I'll be saving that piece as well, because I could use it for scrapbooking or anything really, or if there's anything that goes wrong with the doll's house, and of course we've got some spare. Then they want you to do the same on here. Let's cut around the edge like so. But then when it comes to this bit, they want you to go straight down. So then, I mean, you could always use a ruler, but for me, when it's a small bit like that, I know I can cut fairly straight. So then you've got that little bit of MDF exposed there as well. And then it should look like that. And then that's it for the wall assembly for this issue. But then we have been given Belle as a figure, and this is quite a large figure, but it's the right size for the doll's house, which I'll show you in a moment. Reading one of her books, of course. It's actually a very special book that she's reading, because the thing that they want you to do with this, they've left it obviously blank, which you can do if you prefer, or you can customize it to whatever page you want. Like you can shrink it, scan in whatever page you want, shrink it down, and put it on sticker paper, or just glue it in place and put it on there. But the one that they have given us, if it'll show you, it is quite blurred because it is so small. But if you recognize the illustration, it is actually the page from the book that she's reading when she's sat on the fountain and the sheep takes a chunk out of the book in the actual movie. So I thought that was a very nice touch that they've included that page. So let's peel that off and get it stuck down. It's actually on a translucent sticker because the book is already white as it is. So let's pop that in place. Hopefully I can do it successfully without too many issues. So I just got one page side down, then I'm going to squish it right into the crevice of the book. And then flattening down the other side, which is slightly at an angle, so let's just try and redo that. This is a super sticky sticker, so be careful of your placement with this. Yep, that's gone in nicely like that. So now she's actually reading that book from the movie. I think it is actually the original illustration of Beauty and the Beast as well. I don't know if there's a Disney buff that can actually confirm that or not. But I think it's one of the original illustrations from Grimm's Fairy Tales, I think. Possibly, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, again, Belle is them very lovely. When they said we were getting like princess figures, I was like, is the facial features going to be okay? Because sometimes they're really dodgy on some toys if you've not noticed. But this is actually done really well and very detailed. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm going to just show you what she's like in terms of size compared to like all the furniture and stuff, as well as where the wall is going to be placed. So let's just bring the doll's house down a little bit so you can see better. So first up, let me show you the wall placement. So we've got the frozen hallway there. If you've got your correct issues, you should have also got a wall for there and for there. But this one actually goes on the end here and fits in there snugly. Even stands up all by itself at the moment because it's that tight, which is good. We like a nice tight fit. But as we were saying with the lighting strips, just make sure that they're flat along the floor and that they're lined up in the fixtures correctly. This one isn't, so I'm just turning it. There we go. So then the light lighting is completely and utterly flat and flush, because floor plates will go on the top, so you don't want to mess with them. And obviously they need to be flat before you glue the walls in. So that's the placement of that. But then, if I just shimmy my front camera up, we can then pop Belle in the room, and you can see just how she's in proportion, I would say. Can she fit through a door with her big dress? No, she can't. She can't fit through a door. The dress is too big. But in terms of height and proportions and things, I mean, look at her next to the banister. That's pretty much on par. And let's see what she looks like in Mickey's room if she comes to visit Mickey. Let's move some furniture around. There we go. So she comes to visit Mickey in his room. So you can see her next to the chair. But let's move the camera a little bit more. There you go. So that's her next to Mickey. Well, actually, Mickey's a little bit further back. Let's just move him forward. So yeah, I'd say she's in proportion. She's about the right size. I always forget how big Mickey and Minnie are, because I always expect them to be small, like mice, of course. But that's not how they actually are. But yeah, that is it for this issue. Again, a quick, fairly easy one. But do let me know in the comments below if you're having any issues with anything, and I'll try my best to help. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.